What's up, guys? Jean the Mammal here. I want to show you how to make your first beat inside of Reason. Okay, I'm going to be covering a basic beat formula and just show up a bunch of parameters and dials inside of Reason. It's going to be awesome. Let's get into today's video. Reason's setup is pretty easy to get. There's nothing real complicated about it. So as for the beat formula I was talking about, a lot of my beats consist of a drum beat. You have your chords, you got a melody, and you got a bass line, right? Usually my beats consist of that, unless I'm doing something like totally off genre and it's like just a different setup and it calls for something different. So check it out. Let's get started on some drums. So being in Reason, I usually use the Kong drum designer, and you just go up to your browser up here and you just drag a Kong on in. Boom, snappity boo. There you go. You got your stock sounds already in there. It just loads up these sounds for you. So check it out. we got the Kong in here. What I want to do is I'm finna just reset device. Okay, I just right click and reset device, and what I want to do is I want to go to cymatics packs, right? Actually, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna go to my boom back pack. Reason has a lot of really good sounds, but I fell in love with cymatics stuff a while back. You can go to their website. They have really good sounds, really good loops. As you can see, I've gotten all this stuff for free. They're awesome. Like this boom back pack, I just go to drum one shots and they got like kicks and whatnot, and like it's cool because you just click on it and it kind of just samples it right then and there. These kicks, they sound super warm and they just hit. Ooh, so we got a kick right there. I got my controller set to full level, so I hit a pad and I get the full level. I just get boom, full attack on them. All right, so drum pad 2, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna come out to snares. Let's get ourselves a snare. So one way you could do it is to just draw in the notes, and what I did is I just went up to my sequencer, pulled that mug up, double click, and it creates one of these, basically just a little MIDI square. And these are going to be all your channels right here on the side. As you can see, there's no drums here because every time I hit it, nothing's coming out. But yeah, so let's say if I draw in like a pattern like that, boom, you got your 4 on the floor. I still got the click on. Ooh, that's the techno right there. That's that techno pattern. Let me switch out this snare. I'm not feeling that snare. I wanna. Ooh. Okay, see, I'm actually feeling something like that, and you just drag it right on in there. Okay, and so a huge thing that's gonna dictate what kind of beat you turn out to make, what kind of mood really, is what tempo you set your project at, right? So like, let's say you're recording your drums and you got your click on. Right, so I'm already thinking something kind of hoppy feeling off that, versus like if I slow that BPM way down. Right, And so honestly, you can do this whichever way you want. You can draw in the MIDI notes. What I usually end up doing is just recording. All right, so I got it at 88. That's my little golden BPM. Let's see what that sounds like. See, and as you can tell, I did not play it perfect. If I play that back, let me see what that sounded like without the click. Whoop. Okay, I missed that one, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make it happy. Oh, see, I didn't like that last little da-da. It didn't sound cool. So one of my favorite things to do is get rid of a little happy mistake over here. Check it out. This is what we do. You're gonna want to grab the little takes that you actually want. You're gonna go Control Shift. You're gonna grab those. You're gonna drag them on over to the desired spot. So if I play it back, it's gonna sound like it's gonna sound better. Okay. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to clip off that first part so we can have a 5-bar loop, right? So you see up here, I'm referring to these bars right here. So this is gonna be 5 bars. If you want, come in here, click your MIDI track, press Control D. That's duplicate, and then so I've got loop enabled over here. And it's turned on right now. And so every time this loop is over, it's gonna swoop, go back to that L right there. And then I'm gonna lace out some hats. So we don't have any hats. Let's go back to the cymatics. See, yeah, you already know. So it's gonna be that one right there, but I don't want it loud. And honestly, usually what I end up doing is like, I'll try to see if I can come up with something cool for the hats. Recording it on my MIDI, but sometimes I don't like how it ends up sounding, so I'll sometimes just draw it, and I'll show you my process with hats, because I like a lot of late hats and swung hats. When I'm talking about something being swung, I'm saying there's like swing in it, right? So like if you think of like a drum fill or something, da 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 da, right? So swing would be da 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 da. Rather, it's got like almost like a horse gallop type feel to it. Is sick if you do it right. I'm gonna try to record it first. Let me see. Let's check it out. But I'm gonna put on pre, so that we got a little pre count in. 2. Boom. All right, so we got some cool hats for now. They'll stay. We'll keep them. So we got a little drum beat right now. Maybe I'll just add some more hats to it. Maybe I'll go. I'm gonna go into pitch that hat up just a little bit, just to make it sound a little bit different. Okay, so let's go ahead and record that. Let's go. 2. It's not bad. I'm just gonna turn down the volume on a little bit. Let's move on to some chords, right? So, all right, yeah. So we got the Rhodes in here. And I plan on going over some music theory in the future, but basically this is kind of just like a beat formula. This isn't a music theory video. So we'll just throw a player on it. Let's throw the scales and chords on it. That should come with I want to say the like later versions of Reason. You should have access to that. Scales and chords. Basically, you just throw it on. Whoop. Okay, you don't do that. Control Z. Okay, so you're gonna wanna throw it on your chords, right? And so like I'm literally just hitting C over here. Check it out. And what it's doing is it's hitting a whole C chord. Right, and then I hit an E and it hits an E minor. It's got the key right here, and it's got it says that it's in a major scale. There's ton of videos online that talk about what a major scale is, and what your C majors is and your D major and all that. If you want to know, you can go look it up, or I can make a video explaining how that works exactly. But I want to show you right here. It's got all these different buttons and stuff. Isn't that cool? Look, it literally turned it from, look, watch. I hit C and it plays a C major. You go to 4 and it's like, ooh, all right, how about a C major 7? And it's just beautiful and colorful and right. Look, you can hit a whole chord progression right off of just a couple notes, right? So C, F, A. So you can check that out. Oh, I kind of like how that sounds. Right. And so a lot of the stuff that I produce is going to be in C major. That's just one of my favorite scales to work in. I've literally had the browser that open this whole time, just chilling there in the way, like. All right, so let's see what that sounds like. We wanted it to sound quick, so we're gonna go to 16th. We're gonna make it like that. See what that sounds like. Oh. This is what we got. Right, so I'll just Command A that mug, duplicate it on over. So. I could actually see this even at an even slower tempo. Let's hear what it sounds like at 83. Alright, so far we got a simple chord progression, and we got a simple drum beat. Let's move on. Let's go ahead and take care of a actually, let's hit that bass line before we hit a melody. Let's go back to, let's work with monotone bass synthesizer, right? So one of the simple things to do with a bass line, honestly, what I could have done, since these are all just single notes and these aren't chords or anything, I could have literally just came down and drag these over to my bass. I could have been like, you know what, I want that there. And honestly, I mean, that works. It doesn't sound bad. Like, you could even come in here, Control A, and bring it down to E4 instead, and just play like this, or E2 rather. See, now you got those deep notes. Got that bass in there. Right, but I mean, something like that can cut it depending on what you're going for. Like if you got a real busy melody, then maybe that's where we stay. But check it out. With me, I was hearing something earlier. I was kind of feeling like something like this. Let me see. So another function and reason is quantize, which I use quite often. So what I do is I'm just gonna Command A, select all this. I'm gonna left click on one of those notes. I'm gonna go to quantize, and we're gonna see how that sounds. Alright, and I'm just gonna kind of fix up these notes a little bit. And so that bass is honestly just poking through a little bit too hard, so I'm gonna grab this frequency knob and take it down. And so what I'm starting to hear in this beat is some kind of background something before we hit that melody. So let's go ahead and let's go into instruments. Let's grab a NNXT. And so the NNXT, that's my favorite, one of my favorite samplers, one of my favorite Reason instruments for sure. So let's go and let's hit something up in let's go to strings, stringity strings, and I want to go to something like, let's hit string section, and it's in the key of C, so I'm probably hearing like a C. This is one continuous bunch of C's here, right? So if I start on bar 5, if I just solo out those strings, you're not gonna hear the strings at all. You gotta start at the very beginning of the MIDI note. That's the thing about MIDI versus audio, right? So I was talking about switching stuff into audio. So you would right click, and you would just bounce the mug into place. And so it's gonna create an audio track. And so this is your strings now. And it, as you can see, it's muted the other track. So you just got that mug into audio now, and so we don't have that same problem as we did before, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna go to my prod patches, and I just got like a lo-fi plug. That's what I call it. So we could either do like, I'm either feeling like a piano on top of it or like a lead with this. Let's see. So Serum is just runs loud. So that I'm a nose picker. Let's see, let's play something and see how it sounds. I'm just gonna loop it. Let me see, let's turn that up. I mean, so something like that's kind of spicy. Let me see. Turn it up a little bit more just so I can get into it. I feel like cranking the whole system just a little bit. Oh, I hope my wife doesn't come in and tell me anything. Let's see. Let's record something. if you look at what I played, like, it's literally like the same 4 notes pretty much. You just see a bunch of C, D, and E, and some A in there. I mean, we're kind of breaking some lo-fi rules here. We have not added on any lo-fi effects, but I mean, this wasn't to show you how to make a lo-fi beat. That's just kind of what I specialize in sometimes. Yeah, so that's what we got so far. I mean, after that basic part, it's like, it's kind of just sequencing, and I can kind of share my thoughts on sequencing and what I do to make like a full beat, to make, you know, like a bar like this interesting for 2 minutes or however long. All these different things you can add and all these perks. But today I just wanted to show you those 4 basic elements that you can get super far off of. It's not difficult. Like, I didn't cover any music theory. I didn't cover anything difficult in here. I honestly just want you guys to have fun, because music's just been so rewarding for me. It's one of those things I've done my whole life. If you guys enjoyed this video and you guys learned anything, please, you know, let me know down in the comments, and be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any videos in the future. Yeah, I'm just super stoked that I could show you guys this. Anyone can do this, you know, and it's fun. Like, it was fun just recording this for you guys. So thanks guys for watching. Bye.